Hello, this is Stephanie Toman, and this is about revising or practicing what you've learnt with the video-based learning. So if you sit and watch videos, if you're going to do the advanced presentation, in this case, presentation qualification, to sit and just watch the videos, I'm afraid, is not enough. You could have previous skill sets, which lots of us do. We have a multitude of different skills that we picked up from different areas. But the thing is that if you're learning something new, or changing the way that you've learned something in the past, in other words, there's a more efficient way of doing it, then unless you put it into practice, it may not come back to you. You may not be able to recall it in an exam or in the real world if you're working at work or on your dissertations or other assignment work. So you do need to practice it. Hence, there's a way of practicing. So you can see on this slide, we've got all the resources. This is all on the YouTube videos as well. So all of the resources will be everything you need to go along with the videos. This was the case for all of the advanced. So you can pick up those resources, you could open the same documents, PowerPoint slides or spreadsheets or workbooks, and go along with the way that it's being taught in small chunks. Then what you can do is go to the weekly revision practice paper, which is still in all resources, so all your learning and practice is all in the all learning resources, and you can look at those resources. There's a paper, there's work files to work from, and there's a solution paper as well. If you're still not sure about certain areas, there's an added little extra which is in this link here, and this link will show you the weekly revision practice videos, so it will show you what's expected from that question and how you go about doing the most efficient way of answering it. Because there's no one way of answering quite a lot of the IT task questions. So this should hopefully help you to understand how you approach all of the questions from 1 to 22. Okay, thank you. That you have, there is our paper. So let's go and get that, bring that up for you. Okay, so we're down now, all the way down here. We've done all the videos for all of these, and we're finally on the last section, linking. Okay, so we're going to use the weekly revision files again. They're on Aula if you're a student, and the W drive for a staff will be sent to you, and if you're external, you would have received them either by email or in person. Okay, so question 20, let's go and do this one. Open the ECDL presentation. We're going to start with slide 4, and we're going to link the file contact to display as an icon and position it at the bottom right of the slide. Then we're going to insert a new blank slide after slide 5, display the figures from the data Excel file as an embedded object and scale the embedded object up to 150%. And fill the embedded data with a white colour background, and then we'll come back to the second part. It's quite a big question. Okay, so into our weekly revision files, make sure we're in the right one. And we're going to bring up ECDL presentation. Here it is here. So go to slide 4. Make sure we're on it, we are. And we're going to do a link. So we need to be going into the Insert tab, into the object area. I'm going to double click on that in a minute so you can see it clearly. We'll go to the create from file because we're going to browse to it, and we're going to use this feature, display as icon. So let's go and find it first. Back to my desktop where I put my files. Remember, when you're in the exam, you'll have a Z file that you'll go to find things, and you'll see it across the top, and it will probably be where the C is there. So it's a simulated Z drive. And you take from the Z drive and you save to the Z drive only in the test. So I'm going to open up these files, and I have to link the contact. So I go and double click on the contact. I'm going to select the display as an icon, and so it wants us to tick the link because it is linked. That's a little thing that you can forget. I nearly did. So think about what you're doing. You've done that, and OK. So there it is, brings it in. It wants us to pop it in the bottom right side of the slide, which we've done, and then go and insert a new slide after slide 5. So if I just right click and do a new slide, it'll come in as a normal slide. I could, however, at this stage, I'm just going to double click this ribbon so you can see it all the time. I could go to the home, and I could make sure that, because it's asking me to insert a display the figure from the data files. I can go in here first and see how it goes. So I'm going to Object, Create. I'm going to have to browse to it again, Create from File, and I'm browsing to the data Excel file in the folder. So I'm going to go right through till I get into here. There's my data file, Excel file. Double click on that. Now this time it wants it as embedded, so I'm not going to tick that, and I'm not going to tick that, and that should mean it's embedded, which means it has a frame around it when I double click on it, and you only change the source in the actual medium or in the software you're using, so it would only change in the PowerPoint, not in the Excel file. So if I OK that, it drops that in, good, and then what we've got to do, we've got to scale that embedded object to 150. So if we clicked on it, go to the format, and if you can't see the scale here, go into the launcher, and here's the scale height here. So we're going to put that up to 150. You can do this, or you can actually just overtype 150 if your number locks on, and then it's scaled. Back to the question. So we're checking, we've just got to fill it with the white colour background. So back into there, and we can do that through this fill here, pop the white on. If it's not on, pick it there, and that's done. So back to the question. We've done all that, just double checking. Your question obviously is across the top, so a lot easier to keep an eye on. We're now going to ensure the data in column G, titled June of the embedded data, is not shown, and the slide is aligned middle and center. Then finally, edit that data displayed on the slides so the sale figure for May is 650, and then save the presentation. So let's do that. So the first thing we've got to do is double click it. We've got to open it up. So we're not showing June, so we'll go to the edge, see the little double-sided arrow as I come in. I'm going to grab it, I'm going to be firm and sure, and drop it when I think it's at the next drop, which it looks like it is, and it should then leave that out, the June behind. While I'm in here, I'm also going to change that May, because it's activated, make sure my number locks on, and I'm going to pop in the 6. Go back again, number locks, make sure it's on. If it wasn't on, it'll do something like that, 650. So that's now working. Enter it in, and it puts the decimal places in. I'm going to click outside of it now, and that looks like it's done it well. It's hidden the June. I've changed the figure in it. Now I'm just going to align it through the Format tab in the Alignment feature. I'm going to do Center first, and then Align Middle. Very slight changes there, but it's done it. So checking it all through on the question. I've done everything. I'm quite happy with that. It's time to move on to question 21. To continue with the weekly revision, section 6 linking, looking at 21. We're still in the Eastdale presentation. We're immediately after slide 6 going to insert a slide which contains a graph from the graph file. So that suggests to me we're using a feature called reuse. After slide 3, insert slides from the outline organisation. So that's another feature possibly. We'll check as we go along and try it. And then we're doing something with the logo. That's a link to file. So we'll do that in a moment. So first thing, we've got to browse in the file. So in the test, you would be looking in the Z drive to find this graph. And there it is. That just suggests we're okay. Double click on it. There it is. And watch, if you click here, my cursor's there at the bottom at the end. And if I click on there, it drops in directly after slide 6. The other option is after slide 3. So I'm going to just put my cursor there, click there. And then I'm going to use the new slide. And I'm going to try the slides from outline and see if we can, there it is. There's the organisation. So if that was the Z drive in the exam, we'd be going straight to it. double click on it, and it's dropped those two in there. Back to the question. So we're checking we've done everything we should have, and looks like it's gone great. Using the slide master, insert logo GIF image with link to file into the top right of the slide master. Ensure the logo image is displayed on all slides in the presentation except the title slide. Continue with Eastdale presentation and save only slide 9. We'll do that in a minute, and it's given us a name to do and break links. So we'll just do this bit first, and we'll finish off on question 22. So back in, we're going into the view, into the slide master. Make sure, if you're down here, that we go all the way up to this main one. Click on it. We're going to insert a picture. It's gone straight there. So in the Z drive, you should see the picture that they're talking about. It's all there ready to go. Don't double click on it, but use a select and then drop this down and make sure that you use the feature link to file. So we click on that. It wants it in the top right. Up there, and then we can close it, close the slide master, see if it's on everything but the title slide. Not on there, but it's on everything else. That's worked, good. So back to the question. We've done that, we could save and close, but we've got this other question really. So continue with the Eastdale presentation, save only slide 9 as a CIA graph JPEG and break any external links to the file. So let's go to slide 9, select that, and we're going to do file, save as, browse, because then in the exam you'll get taken to the Z drive where you'll see it up there. I'm going to change it to a JPEG before I name it, and then I'm going to call it a CIA graph. It's still a JPEG, so that's correct. And I'm going to save that, probably go back into wherever I am. Oh, let me make sure I spell that correctly. I'm going to watch these little things. And then save. So this is where it says just one, because otherwise you think, am I saving the whole thing or am I saving more? So remember in the exam, they will sometimes say save only a slide, so I'm just going to say just this one. Okay. Final part of the question is about breaking links. So the link, to break links and edit links, you go to the File tab and your Edit Links is there. If it's not available, that means there's no links in the document. So we've been asked to delete or break the links to any external files. So let's break the link to that one. There's another one, I think might be because I did 2, but I'll just do it as another one as well. So make sure there's no links there and close and then back in, and then you can save your document, switch to normal view, which we did anyway. And that's all the questions done. So now you've done your weekly revision, it's about going back over, and you do have a pre-online paper and a diagnostic mock test to do online as well. So good luck with everything, and thank you.